Imagine finding an old penny in your drawer, and realizing it could be worth $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple, everyday penny, a 1960 Lincoln penny, could change your life forever. But here's the catch: most people throw these valuable coins away without even realizing what they've lost. Are you sitting on a fortune without knowing it? Stay with me because, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny so rare, how to spot it, and how to cash in on its unbelievable value. But don't blink, you might just miss a detail worth thousands. Let's take a step back. What makes a simple 1-cent coin worth up to $1 million? First, the 1960 Lincoln penny isn't just any coin. It was minted in Denver and holds a secret that only a few collectors know about, one that makes it ultra rare. But before we get to that secret, let me ask you this: have you ever tossed a penny aside because it wasn't worth anything? Well, after today, you might never look at pennies the same way again. Let's be honest, we've all ignored pennies. You drop one, it rolls under the couch, and you think, not worth the effort. But if I told you that one little coin could buy you a house, a car, or even fund your retirement, you'd be flipping over every couch cushion in sight. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. What makes this coin worth a fortune? The 1960 Lincoln penny has a rare and unusual error known as the small date over large date variety. What does that mean? Well, the US Mint made a mistake, stamping one date over another, creating a doubling effect that's almost invisible to the untrained eye. That tiny mistake, it makes collectors go wild. Some of these pennies have been auctioned for tens of thousands, and a near-perfect one. That's where we hit the $1 million jackpot. But here's the scary part: these rare pennies are hiding in plain sight. Some are still sitting in jars, in pockets, or buried at the bottom of old coin collections. And the longer people don't check, the more likely they'll accidentally spend a fortune at the grocery store. Now you're probably wondering, how do you know if your 1960 penny is the golden ticket? Because if you have one, you need to act fast. That I'm about to reveal the exact features to look for, how to check for errors, what condition matters, and how to sell it for top dollar. But before that, tell me in the comments, when was the last time you actually looked at a penny in your change? Alright, here's how to spot this rare $1 million coin. First, grab a magnifying glass and check the date. If you see a double image where the small 1960 appears stamped over a larger 1960, congratulations, you may have a fortune in your hands. Second, condition is everything. The highest values come from pennies in mint or near mint condition. If your coin is scratched up, it'll still be valuable, but not quite in the $1 million league. Finally, where do you sell it? Auction houses, rare coin dealers, and even online marketplaces like Heritage Auctions and eBay have seen collectors paying insane amounts for these hidden gems. Now here's the deal: these pennies are rare, and collectors are hunting them down as we speak. Every day, another one gets sold for thousands of dollars. So, don't wait. Check your coins now, because once these are gone, they're gone. Hit that like button if you're excited about hunting for rare pennies, and subscribe because I'll be revealing even more hidden treasures that could be sitting in your home right now. And remember, your next penny could be worth $1 million. Don't let it slip away. Imagine finding an ordinary-looking penny in your pocket, only to realize it's worth $2 million. Sounds crazy, right? But the truth is, rare pennies like the 1961 Lincoln penny have made lucky owners instant millionaires. And the best part? You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Before you even think about spending or tossing away your old pennies, watch this video until the end, because I'm about to reveal exactly how to spot a valuable 1961 Lincoln penny and why collectors are willing to pay a staggering $2 million for the rarest ones. But hurry, because opportunities like this don't last forever. So, what makes the 1961 Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable? First, let's talk about the D mint mark. This tiny letter below the year tells us that the coin was minted in Denver. Now, while most 1961 pennies are common, a few have a secret, a minting error so rare that collectors are going to extreme lengths, and deep pockets, to get their hands on one of the biggest reasons for the skyrocketing value. A minting mistake. Some 1961D pennies have a rare double die error, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during striking. And here's where things get exciting: if your penny has this error in just the right places, congratulations. You could be holding a life-changing treasure. But here's where things get really interesting, because not all rare 1961D pennies look the same, and some unsuspecting owners have sold their million-dollar pennies for next to nothing. Are you making the same mistake? By now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 1961D Lincoln penny? Let's break it down. Look for a double die obverse, especially on Lincoln's profile and lettering. Check for a rare repunched mint mark, where the D appears slightly duplicated. Examine the coin's condition. Uncirculated or high-grade pieces sell for the most. Now, here's the million-dollar question: where can you sell these rare pennies for top dollar? The last thing you want is to let a dealer lowball you. That's why I've compiled a list of the best places to get the highest possible price for your rare coins, and guess what? You don't have to do this alone. Want to know exactly where to sell and how to negotiate for the best price? I've got you covered. Click the link below to get my exclusive guide on selling rare coins for maximum profit. But act fast, because the coin market is hotter than ever, and demand for rare 1961D Lincoln pennies is only going up. You never know what treasures are hiding in your pocket change. Check your coins, follow the steps, and who knows? You could be the next lucky person to cash in on a $2 million penny. Imagine finding a penny worth $4 million hiding in your pocket change. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you that an ordinary-looking 1973D Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to wealth? Stay with me, because today, we're diving into the shocking truth behind this rare coin, how to spot one, and how you can cash in if you're lucky enough to own one. Let's start with a question: have you ever tossed a penny aside, thinking it's worthless? If so, you might have thrown away a fortune. Act 1, the setup, the hidden treasure in your pocket. Most people don't think twice about pennies. They sit in jars, under couch cushions, and in car cup holders. But what if I told you that a rare 1973D Lincoln penny has been valued at up to $4 million? Yes, you heard that right, millions for a penny. The reason? A rare minting error. The U.S. Mint struck certain 1973D pennies on the wrong planchet, creating a unique coin that collectors would pay a fortune to own. The catch? Most people don't even realize they have one. Act 2, the confrontation, how to spot this million-dollar penny. So, how do you know if you're sitting on a fortune? Let's break it down. First, check for the Denver mint mark, the small d under the date. Next, weigh the coin. A normal penny from 1973 should weigh about 3.11 grams. If yours is significantly different, you might be looking at something special. Now, here's where things get serious. If your penny looks suspiciously different, maybe it has a silvery tint, a unique texture, or it just feels off, don't ignore it. Get it tested immediately. Because the moment you realize you have a rare error coin in your hands, you've unlocked a potential life-changing opportunity. And here's something most people don't know: the last verified 1973D error penny sold at auction for an astronomical price. But what if there are still more out there waiting to be discovered? Act 3, the resolution, the urgency to act. This is where things get exciting. If you find a rare 1973D Lincoln penny, you can't just take it to the local bank and expect millions. You need to authenticate it through professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, and let's talk numbers. While the record-breaking sale was in the millions, even a moderately rare error coin from this year can fetch tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's life-changing money for something most people overlook. So, what's your next move? Check your piggy banks, search through your old coin collections, and don't let history slip through your fingers. Because right now, someone out there is holding on to one of these rare coins without even knowing it, and it might just be you. And before you go, ask yourself this: if you had a $4 million penny, would you sell it immediately or hold on to it hoping for an even bigger payday? Drop your answer in the comments and let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next time, I'll be revealing another hidden coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. Imagine finding a penny worth $4 million hiding in your pocket change. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you that an ordinary-looking 1973 Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to wealth? Stay with me, because today, we're diving into the shocking truth behind this rare coin, how to spot one, and how you can cash in if you're lucky enough to own one. Let's start with a question. Have you ever tossed a penny aside, thinking it's worthless? If so, you might have thrown away a fortune, the hidden treasure in your pocket. Most people don't think twice about pennies. They sit in jars, under couch cushions, and in car cup holders. But what if I told you that a rare 1973 Lincoln penny has been valued at up to $4 million? Yes, you heard that right, millions for a penny. The reason? A rare minting error. The U.S. Mint struck certain 1973 pennies on the wrong planchet, creating a unique coin that collectors would pay a fortune to own. The catch? Most people don't even realize they have one. How to spot this million-dollar penny? So, how do you know if you're sitting on a fortune? Let's break it down. First, check for the Denver mint mark, the small d under the date. Next, weigh the coin. A normal penny from 1973 should weigh about 3.11 grams. If yours is significantly different, you might be looking at something special. Now, here's where things get serious. If your penny looks suspiciously different, maybe it has a silvery tint, a unique texture, or it just feels off, don't ignore it. Get it tested immediately. Because the moment you realize you have a rare error coin in your hands, you've unlocked a potential life-changing opportunity. And here's something most people don't know: the last verified 1973 error penny sold at auction for an astronomical price. But what if there are still more out there waiting to be discovered? The urgency to act. This is where things get exciting. If you find a rare 1973 Lincoln penny, you can't just take it to the local bank and expect millions. You need to authenticate it through professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, and let's talk numbers. While the record-breaking sale was in the millions, even a moderately rare error coin from this year can fetch tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's life-changing money for something most people overlook. So, what's your next move? Check your piggy banks, search through your old coin collections, and don't let history slip through your fingers. Because right now, someone out there is holding on to one of these rare coins without even knowing it, and it might just be you. And before you go, ask yourself this: if you had a $4 million penny, would you sell it immediately or hold on to it hoping for an even bigger payday? Drop your answer in the comments and let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next time, I'll be revealing another hidden coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. Imagine stumbling upon a simple, unassuming penny in your pocket, only to realize it's worth up to $5 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not. There's a rare 1978 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny that could turn your spare change into a fortune. But only if you know exactly what to look for. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know whether you've been sitting on a life-changing payday without even realizing it. Why this penny matters now. You might be wondering, how can a regular-looking penny be worth millions? Most pennies from 1978 have a small mint mark indicating where they were struck. But some were minted without that mark, making them incredibly rare. The U.S. Mint didn't intend for these to exist, but due to an error, a few escaped into circulation. And here's where the fear kicks in: if you've ever handled old pennies without checking them closely, you might have unknowingly spent one of these rare coins on a pack of gum. Painful thought, right? That's why it's crucial to check your coins carefully. You never know when you could be holding a fortune in your hands. How to identify this penny? Alright, let's get to the million-dollar question. How do you know if you have this rare 1978 no-mark penny? Here's what to look for. First, flip the coin over and check for any mint marks. If you see a D or S below the date, sorry, that's a regular penny. If there's no mint mark at all, don't celebrate just yet. Look closely at the color, weight, and any unusual features. These rare pennies are usually struck on high-quality planchets, giving them a slightly different luster than common pennies. Some of these rare coins also have errors like doubling on Lincoln's profile or inscriptions. These can drive the value even higher, and here's the cliffhanger. What if you have a coin that matches this description? What do you do next? Hang tight, because in a moment, I'll reveal how to get it authenticated and sold for top dollar. Selling your penny for maximum profit. You've checked your pennies and think you found the one. Now what? Do not take it to just any coin shop. Many dealers won't recognize the true value and could lowball you. Instead, follow these steps. Get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. This is a must. Without certification, buyers won't take your coin seriously. Research recent auction prices. Some of these pennies have sold for mind-blowing amounts at places like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Market your coin the right way. Wealthy collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces. Connecting with them through auctions or private sales can make all the difference, and here's where urgency comes in. The market for rare pennies is hot right now. As more collectors enter the game, prices could skyrocket even further. But that also means fakes and scams are on the rise. You don't want to miss out or fall for a trap. Closing, call to action. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin jars, piggy banks, and old collections now. That 1978 no-mark penny could be hiding in plain sight, just waiting to change your life. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and let me know in the comments. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let's talk rare coins and big money. Imagine finding a penny so rare, so valuable, that it could turn you into a millionaire overnight. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, that dream is a reality for a few lucky people who have stumbled upon a rare and mysterious coin, the 1988 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. And guess what? Some of these have sold for as much as $6 million. So, how do you know if you have one? And more importantly, how can you sell it for the highest price possible? Stick with me until the end because you won't believe what I'm about to reveal. Every day, people handle pennies without thinking twice. They toss them into jars, lose them in couch cushions, and sometimes even ignore them on the sidewalk. But what if I told you that one of these overlooked pennies could be worth more than a luxury mansion? The 1988 Lincoln penny has a secret that makes it one of the most valuable coins in existence. Unlike most pennies, this one was accidentally struck without a mint mark. That tiny detail, or rather the absence of it, is what makes it so special. But here's the kicker, only a handful of these coins have ever been discovered, making them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Pattern interrupt. Now, before you rush to check your couch cushions, let me warn you, finding this penny is like winning the lottery. But hey, someone's gotta win, right? Why not you? You might be wondering, okay, but why would anyone pay $6 million for a single penny? Great question. The answer lies in its rarity, demand, and the story behind it. In the world of coin collecting, mistakes are worth more than perfection. The 1988 no-mint Mark penny falls into a category called error coins, and collectors are obsessed with them. One coin in pristine condition recently sold for an astronomical price, and experts predict that as more collectors hunt for this rare gem, its value could climb even higher. That means if you find one, you could be looking at a life-changing payday. But here's the problem, most people don't know what to look for, and many end up selling rare coins for far less than they're worth. So, how can you avoid that mistake and make sure you get the highest possible price? First, let's talk identification. If you have a 1988 penny, the first thing to check is just below the date. If there's no mint mark, you might be holding a fortune. But don't celebrate just yet, you'll need expert verification to confirm its authenticity. Now, let's talk about selling it. Here's where many people go wrong. They rush to pawn shops or local buyers who offer pennies on the dollar, literally. Instead, the best way to get top dollar is through professional auction houses or online marketplaces where serious collectors bid against each other. driving the price up. But what if I told you that some people have sold this coin without realizing its true worth, and lost millions in the process? Stay tuned, because in just a moment, I'll share the biggest mistakes that could cost you a fortune, plus a little-known strategy to ensure you get every penny, pun intended, of what your coin is truly worth. Final thoughts and call to action. The 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a golden opportunity. If you think you might have one, don't take any chances. Get it verified by a professional, avoid quick cash deals, and put yourself in the best position to make a fortune. And if you want more insider tips on rare and valuable coins that could be hiding right under your nose, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because the next coin we talk about might just be sitting in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Imagine finding a single penny that could change your life forever. Not just any penny, but a 1992 Lincoln penny worth up to $7 million. Yes, you heard that right. One penny. $7 million. But here's the catch: 99.9% of people will never realize they have it. The question is, do you? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and how to cash in if you have this rare gem hiding in your pocket change. Back in 1992, the US Mint made a tiny, nearly imperceptible mistake when transitioning from the 1992 design to the new 1993 penny. A minor difference in the lettering of America on the reverse side created one of the rarest penny variations ever, the 1992 D-Close AM penny. See this? On most 1992 pennies, the letters A and M in America are spaced apart. But in the rare Close AM variety, they are nearly touching. And here's where things get intense: only a handful of these have ever been found, making them extremely valuable. One even sold for over $25,000 in circulated condition. But that's just the beginning. Because if you happen to find one in mint condition, hold on to your seat, because the numbers skyrocket. A pristine, near-perfect 1992 D-Close AM penny was once valued at an astonishing $7 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, retire early, or travel the world, all from a single penny. Think about that for a second. Step 1. Check your pennies from 1992, especially if they have a D mint mark. Step 2. Look closely at America on the back. If the A and M are nearly touching, congratulations. You could be holding a life-changing coin. Imagine finding a single penny, and realizing it could be worth up to $8 million. That's right, a tiny coin, worth more than most houses, luxury cars, even a private jet. And here's the kicker: you might have it sitting in your change jar right now. But if you don't act fast, you could lose out on a once-in-a-lifetime fortune. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, you'll find out exactly how to identify this rare coin and why collectors are willing to pay millions for it. Let's dive in. So, what makes the 2016 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny so insanely valuable? Here's a wild fact: this coin was never supposed to exist in the first place. And yet, a handful somehow slipped past the US Mint's strict quality controls. That tiny mistake. It turned a simple penny into a millionaire's dream. Right now, I bet you're thinking, wait, do I have one of these in my house? And the answer might just change your life. But before you go flipping over every penny you own, you need to know exactly what to look for. Because if you cash in too soon, or worse, sell it to the wrong person, you could be throwing away millions. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin different from an ordinary 2016 penny. If you don't check for this one crucial detail, you could miss out on your chance at a life-changing payday. At first glance, the 2016 no-mark Lincoln penny looks like any other penny. But the secret lies in what's missing: the mint mark. Unlike other 2016 pennies struck in Denver or Philadelphia, this ultra-rare version has no mint mark at all. That's your first clue. Okay, before you grab a microscope and start inspecting every penny in sight, there's one more thing you need to check. And this part? It's where things get really interesting. Some of these error pennies were struck on a completely different metal composition, making them one of a kind. That's why collectors are bidding like crazy, with some sales reaching up to $8 million at high-end auctions. But hold on, before you start celebrating, there's a dangerous mistake that could cost you everything. It's a mistake that's already caused some sellers to lose out on thousands. Are you at risk? Let's find out. Here's where things get serious. If you think you have this coin, you cannot just sell it to any random dealer. Some buyers will try to lowball you, offering a few $100 when your coin could be worth millions. Don't let that be you. If you find one, get it professionally authenticated and graded. The difference between an ungraded penny and a certified one could be the difference between a $20 bill and a life-changing windfall. Coins like this don't come around often. And when they do, the clock is ticking. The longer you wait, the more you risk missing out. So, check your change, check your old collections, and if you think you have one of these rare pennies, act now. Because your next move, it could mean the difference between an ordinary life and extraordinary wealth. Want to know the next rare penny that could be sitting in your house? Click the next video to uncover another shocking coin worth millions. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because your fortune could be one click away.